just know that he's there. So that passed. We have the adoption of some minutes, the regular open minutes from January the 9th, 2024, and the special open minutes from January the 16th, 2024. Could I have a motion to accept those, please?
Question.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Rescinding, have you had an opportunity to reply to some of these emails that have been sent in and the speakers at that member of September 16th?
To your worship, Councillor King, no, we are working on responses. There are several, so I really don't want to commit to a time, but we are working on them, and we'll be posting to have them completed.
Thank you. Second.
It seems to have gone off. It seems to go off on its own, so I'll have to be careful of that. Sorry. General net payroll and Sun Bowl Arena financial accounts. As of the 23rd of January, the general cash requirements, $1,960,338.72. Sun Bowl cash requirements of $13,055.89, and net payroll accounts of $103,365.19. And before I ask for the options, I was talking to Mr. Zackel about this, and the largest expense in the general cash requirements was to update some bills at the end of December. And the largest one was to the school district. I think they bill them twice a year, and that was for over 700,000. So that's the reason for the increase. Is there someone who would like to move that we reference this for information? Thank you. Councillor Poderica, Councillor Chong, all in favor. Thank you. Next, we have a report from zoning bylaw amendment, and that would be Miss Curtis. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mayor McCordoff. So this report is regarding 5809 89th Street, the zoning amendment bylaw number 1085 147 to rescind first and second reading. So during the December 12th, 2023 council meeting, council gave first and second reading to the zoning amendment bylaw as noted. Following the council meeting, administration learned that as a result of Bill 44 receiving royal assent on November 30th, 2023, new legislation required that no public hearings be held for certain residential projects that are consistent with their community's official community plan. For zoning amendments that no longer require a public hearing, proper notification must be given before first reading. Can be given for the bylaw. So no public hearing is required for zoning amendment number 507. As a proposed zoning remains compliant with the town's official community plan designation for the. As a result of these new legislation changes, first and second needs to be rescinded so that we can do the notification as it states in the legislation and make sure that all of the requirements are met. So administration has chosen to rescind first and second rather than abandon the bylaw due to referrals already having been sent out to MOTI and other local permits and to prevent confusion by having a new sign edits to it. So the options before council today are that council rescind first and second reading given to zoning amendment bylaw number 1085.147 on December 12th, 2023, that council abandon the amendment bylaw or that council requests more information prior to.
Sorry. If the, my question is, if, this, what happened and we rescind first and second reading, what are the next steps? Would you be coming back to our next meeting with some, next steps, or could you explain that, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So after we rescind first and second, we will be proceeding with notification as required. So our land use procedure bylaw states that we're to notify the neighbors within 60 meters of the subject property and post to newspaper ads in the paper. So after that time, we'll be back hopefully on February 13th to do first, second, and third reading. During that time, neighbors have the ability to write into town council and give their thoughts on the zoning amendment, concerns, which can either be addressed during those reports.
Thank you. So I'm looking for council to make a recommendation here. Councillor Poderica.
Thank you, Worship, and move option one that council rescind first and second reading.
Thank you. Councillor Chong is seconding that. All in favor? Thank you. That's everybody. Next is the municipal ticket information amendment bylaw, and this would be consideration of adoption. So the municipal ticket information bylaw number 1279, 2011 was read a first, second, and third time on the 9th of January, 2024. We are looking for a motion to adopt this bylaw. Could I have a motion, please? Councillor Poderica and Councillor King is seconding that. All in favor? Thank you very much. We will now go on to, this is a short meeting today, so our next thing we have is the report from the Chief Administrative Officer. Thank you, Mr. Riz.
Thank you, Your Worship. I've had a few things happen here the last little bit. We had a pipe burst at Norris Center on January 14th. Fortunately, the damage was minimal, and the facility was open the next day. We have Red Cross babysitters training scheduled for February 24th. Valentine's Day skate is scheduled for February 11th at the Sun Bowl at 3:30. And we had a local team who won a silver medal up in Kelowna. The under 13 rep minor hockey team did that. Congrats to them. And work continues on the accessible entrance on the second floor mezzanine. So that's good. It's proceeding. From corporate services, they're still working on 4 FOIPA requests. As far as new businesses, Aurora Roofing took out an intercommunity business license. Cooner Plumbing and Heating, Desert Valley Dog Walking, new businesses, and we had some changes of ownership or names. And so it's Lakeview Inn and Suites, formerly the Lakeview Motel, Dynacare, formerly Valley Medical Labs, Parking Suyus, formerly the Super 8. Within operational services, they're doing some seasonal maintenance with the agricultural system. They're slowly moving, I think, or maybe they have completed all the seasonal light removals. And snow and ice control here over the past couple of weeks has been a busy thing. So just a word of caution for people. If they're out driving, use caution, and walking on sidewalks, just take some extra time, be safe. With the fire department, some sad news on last week. There was a fire that occurred at Avalon Trailer Park and is reported. Unfortunately, there was the remains of an individual found inside. So that's an unfortunate incident for the community. And on the positive side, the First Responders Gala is coming up this Thursday at Spirit Ridge. I just wanted to also make maybe just a comment for my team. As I've indicated previously, and many have witnessed, staff have been subject to inappropriate behavior. and at times even personal attacks regarding proposed property tax and utility fee increase. I'm so proud of the team for holding their head up, not responding negatively to this bullying. They have done nothing wrong. These staff members are members of our community, clean the streets, they clean the washrooms, organize recreational programs, compile and provide information, answer and respond to fire calls, for water main breaks, and so much more that our residents and businesses count on every day. I know it has been difficult to take the high road and not retaliate, but their professionalism has persevered. I thank them for doing what they do every day, that they can all enjoy this great community. I also want to thank many members of the community. They've reached out, provided support and words of encouragement. Their kindness is so appreciated. I cannot overstate how much this lifts the spirits of the team. The kindness of these people reminds me why Vesuvius is named Canada's warmest well.
I'm going to get used to this. Usually it's on all the time. Could I have a motion, please, to receive the CAO report for information? Councillor King, Councillor Poderica, all in favor. Thank you. Now we'll go on to council reports. Councillor Poderica, you're first.
Thank you, Worship. Short and sweet. I just want to thank staff and administration for all their work last week and helping council with the special open meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor King.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Also kind of interesting, we'll all attend the September 16th meeting at Sonora Center, and most likely all the audience in the room also attended. So I want to thank you very much for your input and some new ideas that I'm sure we're going to look at budget time. I also attended last week on Thursday, Accessibility and Age Friendly Committee meeting, which there will be a report coming next month. Because the budget was rescinded, we're kind of on hold of doing some of the small projects we do to help accessibility people in the community.
Thank you very much. Councillor Bennett, did you have a report today? No? Okay. Thank you, Councillor Bennett. Councillor Chong.
Thank you. Short and sweet as well. I just want to thank the Serious Curling Club for hosting the men's bonspiel, which I attended and participated in. Lost in the semifinals, unfortunately. And also, I just want to thank the team and everyone who spoke at last week's open meeting. It's great to see the community come together. And personally, I'm excited to go through the budget even closer and to see some of the new ideas and see how they can come into fruition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been involved with a couple of things. One was Literacy Day at the Vesuvius Elementary School. I went in on January the 17th and read to a class of grade 4 and 5 students, and I've done that every year. And there were lots of people in our community that went in and did that. I've also been at some RDOS Regional District budget meetings with and Jim Zaffino, who's the CAO, is going to come and speak to us in Vesuvius on February the 13th at our next meeting. BC Transit made a presentation at our last meeting in Penticton. And in Vesuvius, we have Vesuvius Route 40, which is the paratransit, and the Vesuvius 41, Vesuvius Local. Both show increases in ridership, which is a good thing. There is a new app, UMO, coming. They will to be used on the transit systems. There you can use that. You can also use cash still. I believe you need to have the right amount, and you can use debit or Visa cards on there. So this morning, CAO Risling and I had a meeting with Sergeant Jason Beta and the new superintendent who has taken over for the South Okanagan. Her name is Superintendent Beth McCandy, and they were here to meet with us and and assist us in anything that we needed, and to be sure that we asked for help when we needed it, and they would provide updates, which they do often at quarterly meetings of town council. They also come, all of the people in the South Okanagan speak at the regional district meetings every 3 months as well. So we get an overview of what's going on in the whole area. That was very helpful. I just want to say congratulations to the Ruck twins, who apparently are over is it South Korea right now, both playing on the team, and fortunately their parents and younger brother are going to be able to go and join them very soon. And I just want to mention the fire that happened last weekend, and the death of one of our citizens. I understand that from reading that it was David Yanner who died in the fire, which was very unfortunate. And he was very involved in several things in this community, dealing with one-to-one reading at the elementary school, did that for several years, and was also involved with the sailing club. So we're very saddened by any death in the area, and we thank our first responders for dealing with that incident immediately. And the last thing that I'd like to say is that we have been asked by many residents to contact the Ministry of Municipal Affairs to help us plan and allocate costs to manage fiscal and asset management practices. And actually the Minister of Municipal Affairs was the contact that provided us with the 9 million to be used for our water treatment plant. We did contact them, and in a recent letter from Minister Kang, she supports the town of Vesuvius in their efforts to install water meters and continue working on water and wastewater asset management plans to support long-term sustainability of these critical services. And she finishes by saying that we have a critical partnership between Vesuvius and the province. And I would like to recommend that we add a letter from Minister Kang into our correspondence, please. And lastly, that council will hold a special open budget meeting on Thursday, February the 15th at 6 p.m. in the Sonora Center. And that will be open to any of our residents who would like to go. So that is all that we have today, and I would like to move that we go into in camera, that pursuant to section 91 of the Community Charter, a part of the council meeting may be closed to the public if the subject matter being considered related to one or more of the following: section 91C, labor relations or other employee relations; 91E, the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land or improvements, if the council considers that disclosing could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality. Could I have a motion? Councillor Waterika, Councillor Chong, all in favor?